G'day kids, it's Uncle Kirk. Let's get into it and see what we're up to today. G'day kids, it's Uncle Kirk here. I'm going to teach you how to skin a deer. We just shot this nice young spiker, a couple of 100 yards out, good clean headshot, so the meat will be terrific to eat. It's just the kind of animal you want to take if you're looking for meat. First thing we're going to do is hook him up with our gimbal we've got here. You need to put a slit in the back leg here, just underneath the tendon. We'll do that on both sides, and then we'll hang it up. Our hook's in, grab our rope, pull the right one. This will give us a nice clean spot to work and keep the meat off the ground. Loop the rope around the gimbal, lock it off, and we'll be ready to move on to the next stage. I want to get my knife, nice good sharp one, and run it gently down the inside like that. That lifts the skin off. Then from up here, just pull it back. I want to take it off around the leg here like this. Be careful not to cut this tendon. Now that I've done that, I'll be able to pull this down and we'll keep that meat beautiful and clean. Use your fist to pull the meat away from the body of the animal. I'll do the same to the other leg. So I've got both these legs, the skin started to come off. I'm going to work around the buttock here, and I'm just going to pull that skin down like this. Now we're going to get to the tail, and we're going to need to make a cut with our knife. You can see that there, and that's the anus. So we want to go a little deep in there so that we remove anything that was external, and gently work our way down to a notch in the tail. And when you find that notch, you should be able to make just a clean cut, and the tail will come away with the skin. Get it just right, like that. It'll leave it beautiful and short, and then you can just punch with your fingers to pull that skin away. Now that I'm down to the front part of it, I'll just put my knife in here, run a nice shallow cut like that, all the way down his neck to the front. We're going to start to take this skin off. A couple of little nicks around here in the belly where it's a bit loose. Given that I'm not saving the skins on these ones, I'm not too careful about the nicks. Once I've made this around to here, I can pull this whole back bit of skin off just by punching. Drive my arm right down, and that will help to pull the skin away really cleanly from the back of the deer. Just punch it off, keeps it clean. Work my way all the way around. Just pull down like that. See if you're starting to get a really good looking animal. Same all the way down. And about here I've got to do something a little bit different with the front legs. Alright, onto the insides. Washed our hands, and we're going to start here, and we're going to drop all the internal structures out. So I'll just release this hold that the belly skin has. You can see here the bladder's intact. Remove these pieces of skin. Now this is how I like to do it. Gently remove those pieces of belly flap all the way down here. And I'm going to drop this skin out the front.
Yep.
Now we've just got to take the head off. It can be a bit tricky because the spine's got a lot of complicated bones in it. We just come down the neck a little bit, whatever you feel happy with when you're taking your own animal, but I like a little bit of meat from the neck. So I'll work my way in through the neck. I'm looking for is a joint that I can cut. There's one. Work my knife into the middle of the spine there. Cut around that vertebrate. And that takes the whole skin and head off our beast. We're ready to move into the next bit, which will be dropping out the internal organs. Alright, so working from here, we're just removing any of the guts that are attached to the back part of the animal. And I'm going to go down through the diaphragm. You see that release there? That gets us into heart and lungs. You can see the lungs here. And because this animal's been headshot, there's no injuries to these parts of it. So I'll just reach down in here into the cavity, chest cavity, and I'll release all of that in one go. Deep down in there, I'm just making a cut with my knife, and that will release the heart. It's at the front. A few more cuts with the knife down the front there, and the lungs and heart now will all fall out the front of the beast. A few more cuts here and it will come cleanly away like that. I'll show you the next stage in a second. Alright, a couple more steps to go. I'm going to split this rib cage, remove that front part. I think it's the brisket. So I'll take my big knife here, just down the front of the ribs with a bit of force. I'll work my knife down and cut that through. And I'll take this side out as well. See if I can show you that. Take it right down to the front of the throat. That leaves us with a pretty clean animal. Just got a little bit more to do up that end. And take out the bum. Come in with the knife. I'll work my way right around the outside of that soft tissue. From this side, I'm going to go in and I'm going to pinch that bladder because I don't want any of that coming out. Come in with my knife from this end. Work my way around until I can remove all of that in one go. Like that. Nice fat, good conditioned animal here. That can go over there. A couple of other things I like to remove, these little glands, I take them out. I think sometimes they can give a bit of gamey flavour. A little bit of a tidy up. Now we're ready. Our beast's completely butchered. We're going to cover it up and leave it overnight to set, ready for the next stages. I'm going to show you how to take off the rear bit of roast from those beasts that we started to butcher out yesterday. First thing to do is take this back leg off, and I'm looking for a joint that sits about here. By there I mean about here. Take him off at this knuckle. That is going to be a shank. In here, just put my knife and I should be able to work it around in such a way it takes that joint off really cleanly. See it opening up in there now? save that. That'll become a shank. Now to move on to the next bit. I open this leg up here and I want to find the joint. It's this big hip joint. It sits up in here. I'm just going to slice around following the bone until I find that joint. Here it is. Pull it open. There's the knuckle. Work it close to the bone. See, it's starting to come out now. And I'll run my knife in and around the back part of the spine, nice and close, so that it takes this big roast off. Again, just follow the body. And that will start to peel itself off there. You can see that I'm staying close to the bone. The whole idea of it is to remove as much of the meat as you can. This little bit comes out, and then you've got to bring your knife back in as it goes around this little snippet of bone. Take that all the way off clean. You've got a big roast like that. That's going to go fantastic in the oven. Turn these over. Another minute on that side, and it's the perfect way to end a productive day.